Hello people, it's Crimson, and the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania trailer has just released, and it has a lot of footage of the quantum realm. So you see in the trailer that they are all going to the quantum realm, and that's where they find a whole bunch of people, including Kang the Conqueror, which is amazing. But this video, I'm kind of talking about Yellowjacket, the villain of the very first Ant-Man movie from 2015, and how he may actually be in this movie. And later in the video, I can actually show you some actual proof that we have of this from an actual cast member, and a very good theory as to what this character could become, and I'm telling you, it's a major part of the MCU going forward. Now, if you don't remember what happened to him at the end of the first movie, well, villains.fandom.com says, after a fierce fight with Ant-Man, Yellowjacket prepares to kill both Paxton and Cassie, but Ant-Man defeats him by shrinking to subatomic size and sabotaging the wiring in the Yellowjacket suit, causing Yellowjacket to shrink uncontrollably until he is ripped apart. It is unknown what really happened with him, but there are two possibilities. One, he probably died when his suit was destroyed, or two, which is what I think it is implied by the director of the movie that he is still alive somewhere in the quantum realm, continuing to shrink for all eternity. I don't think he's shrinking for all of eternity, but I do believe he is still alive somewhere in the quantum realm. Now, in the first Ant-Man movie, we didn't really know that much about the quantum realm. We kind of saw it for like maybe 10 seconds, but we didn't really know that much about it. In Ant-Man and the Wasp, the second movie from 2018, we actually have the quantum realm play a more major part, as Michelle Pfeiffer's character, Janet Van Dyne, is literally stuck in the quantum realm, and that's kind of the whole point of the movie. The whole thing that the protagonists are doing is to get her back from the quantum realm, and she lives there, and we see a lot more of the quantum realm. There's a lot of footage from it, and Ant-Man himself in the post-credit scene gets lost in the quantum realm, and we don't see him until he comes back in Avengers Endgame. So we know a lot more about the quantum realm now, and we think of it in a different way. Back in the first Ant-Man movie, it was basically said, like, if you go to the quantum realm, you die. You die, or you shrink for all eternity. That was the belief by Hank Pym in the first Ant-Man movie. That's what he told us. But clearly, we found out at the end that Ant-Man can go there and come back and survive. And in Ant-Man and the Wasp, definitely you can go there and live there for decades, grow old, and come back and survive. And Ant-Man also went back again for 5 years, but it felt like 5 hours for him until he came back in Avengers Endgame. So literally, you can go into the quantum realm and still live. So we know that now. We've learned all that since Yellowjacket died in that first movie. But we never see him dead. And it's a comic book movie. Characters don't really die. So it kind of seems like Yellowjacket is definitely going to be alive. There are people living down there. We see in the trailer a ton of people, a full army, and they're villains, like Kang is there. So clearly Yellowjacket would be suited for living there. He's probably living there, and he's been living there for a while. He has weapons and a new suit, probably, since the suit may have actually gotten destroyed, even though I don't think he died. I think the suit very well could have been destroyed. Either way, he's definitely back, and here's my actual proof. And if you still don't believe me, there's actual, like, kind of evidence. So the actress who plays the Wasp, Evangeline Lilly, actually posted on Instagram, I believe it was back in May 2021, when she got her script for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. She posted, and I believe the Instagram post is actually gone now. She took it down, probably for this reason. So in the caption of this post, she actually tagged basically everybody who was involved with it. She tagged at Marvel Studios and stuff. The director, Peyton Reed, members of the cast, Michelle Pfeiffer and Catherine Newton, and some members of the cast don't actually have Instagram accounts, so she had to do a hashtag instead of an @ symbol. So Paul Rudd, Michael Douglas. Actually, Michael Douglas does have an Instagram account, but either way, the thing is, she put Corey Stoll, and if you don't know who Corey Stoll is, he is the actor who played Yellowjacket in the first Ant-Man movie. So I believe she took down this Instagram post because she just gave away that Yellowjacket is returning in the script and movie, obviously, for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. So that's kind of huge, and people basically took that as confirmation that he was going to be in the film. The only argument that you can make against that is that maybe she was just tagging a bunch of people who were part of the whole Ant-Man trilogy, not just specifically this new third movie, but there's a lot of other actors who were in the other movies that she did not tag, so I think she was only tagging the main cast of this third Ant-Man film. Now, that's not it. This video is not over. So, I have another theory. So, in the end of Ant-Man, when we last see Yellowjacket, he is shrinking, but like parts of his body are like growing and like shrinking. He's like morphing, like his body isn't shaped like a human body anymore. And he's getting lost in the quantum realm. And he wasn't in the second movie, and he's appearing now in the third movie. So obviously in the movie, they're gonna make it like a whole plot twist, like a surprise, oh my god moment in the movie where you see that he's actually actually still alive. It's pretty obvious he lives, but for people who aren't putting this together and haven't watched this video you're watching, they will not really see it coming, so it'll be a plot twist. And there is another character that we do know is going to be in this film, who is a villain other than Kang the Conqueror, and that is MODOK, who is a huge Marvel villain if you know him from the comics or anything else. He has not been in any of the movies ever, not just MCU, but any movie ever, so his appearance is a major thing. Now, the thing about MODOK is that he has a giant head, and I mean, if Yellowjacket's body was morphing around and parts of his body were shrinking, parts of them were like weirdly getting bigger, it kind of seems like maybe he shrunk completely except for his head stayed kind of big. Maybe that could be an explanation of how Yellowjacket, or Darren Cross is his name, becomes MODOK in the MCU. That is crazy. If MODOK is in the MCU and it's actually the same actor, same character who was Yellowjacket in the first movie, that is crazy. That's not how it is in the comics. In the comics, Yellowjacket is Darren Cross and MODOK is George Tarleton. They're two completely different people, but the movies obviously don't go by the comic books all the time, so maybe in this incarnation of MODOK, they are the same person. I think that would be an amazing plot twist. There are even leaks of what MODOK looks like in this movie, and he is wearing a helmet. In the comics, he never does. He shows his face, but in the movie, he's wearing a mask over his face. So what I'm thinking is they have him as that, and we think it's just MODOK, and the plot twist is that actually it's Yellowjacket. Not only is Yellowjacket alive, but he takes his mask off and you see his face, and that Yellowjacket is actually also being MODOK for the MCU. So that's crazy. Anyway, that's what I think. That's my opinion, and that's my theory. Not only is Yellowjacket alive, but he's returning in Ant-Man 3, and not only is he returning, but he's returning as MODOK, who is a major villain and definitely going to be in future MCU movies and shows and projects and everything after this one movie. In the comics, MODOK is also a leader of AIM, which stands for Advanced Idea Mechanics, and the CEO and founder of AIM was actually already in Iron Man 3 way back in 2013. It was Aldrich Killian, and he died in Iron Man 3, and MODOK in the comics leads AIM, and I think it would make sense if Darren Cross or Yellowjacket is MODOK, because he's already been the CEO of Pym Technologies in the first Ant-Man movie, and Pym Technologies is Hank Pym's company, and that's like a good guy company. AIM is an evil company, so if he's now evil, he should obviously not be the CEO of Pym Technologies anymore, and maybe he can go get hired at AIM after he gets out of the quantum realm in this movie. So he is not a one-time Marvel villain. He is a great character, and he's going to be a big part of the MCU going forward, along with Kang. So this movie has great villains. I can't wait to see it. It's the first movie of Phase 5. If you can't wait to see it, like the video maybe, and subscribe because this video is over. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.